across America, incredibly talented artisans are making amazing objects the old-fashioned way, by hand. This special episode of Handcrafted America goes coast to coast for stuff that dads love. Dadapalooza kicks off with precision and durability.
How long will a bamboo rod last?
It'll outlast you.
There's a wooden pen maker who learned his trade by his father's bedside.
I brought my dad home from the hospital and he said, "Chad, let's go make a pen."
Next, a baseball and football maker who uses more than just pigskin.
It's the actual fur of the cow on the football.
And turning whiskey barrels into...
So you broke up in a barrel and you thought, let's make a chair out of that.
Then, Alaskan bladesmiths who more than make the cut.
This is something I check for sharpness, is slicing freestanding grapes.
Finally, DadFest ends with a bang and a holler. Woo! All right, Dads, settle into those recliners. It's time to make that wish list. In this special episode of Handcrafted America, we're finding artisans who make products that, well, dads love. And we're calling it Dad's Favorites. Like this one. A man in Portland, Oregon makes handcrafted bamboo fly fishing rods. This is the kind of thing that a father passes down to his children. I'll take the bait. I'm going to Portland. Tim Aaron has found a way to combine his love for making things with his boyhood love of fishing. He creates these amazing bamboo fly fishing rods. Tim melds 150-year-old craftsmanship with today's more modern fly rod styles. He apprenticed with a master rod maker for a year. 8 years later, he sells his custom-made pieces around the globe. It all begins with a piece of bamboo.
Bamboo fishing rods to fishermen are like an old Ford Mustang is to a car driver. You're getting something that is old-time craftsmanship, you're having a feeling of the past, and it's nostalgia.
Most rods these days are fiberglass or graphite. You can run them off an assembly line, 100 at a time. A bamboo rod takes a lot more time. There's a few of us out there still making rods the old way.
And how long will a bamboo rod last me?
It'll outlast you. First thing we're going to do is split this bamboo into about 18 pieces. So that starts with splitting it in half first. So I will...
Oh, wow. That's just going to split.
We're just going to
like
pull
that
that apart. Now we are going to take those halves and just keep on splitting them.
Like
there
that.
you go. Now you can rip it apart.
Okay.
We just got to do that about 4 more times.
Today, Tim is working on a 2-piece rod, so he needs 12 evenly split strips.
So now we've got our 6 strips. We can make one section of a rod. So the next step is to make this into a triangle.
Okay, why a triangle?
Well, because we're going to take 6 of the triangles, glue them together, and that's going to make our rod. So it's going to be shaped like a hexagon.
I see.
Do that right over here.
Okay.
Tim built this beveler himself in order to mill the bamboo strips into a triangular profile.
Next step, get these things into a tapered triangle to make the rod.
What are all these numbers?
The numbers are the thousandths of an inch for every 5 inches down. So I can customize however I want the taper of the rod. Exactly.
And why does a fishing rod have to be tapered?
Well, you can imagine trying to cast a broomstick. It wouldn't work very well. So you taper it so that it flexes back and forth, and that helps you cast.
The triangular pieces need to be planed into a very thin, smooth surface. Each triangle takes about 20 to 30 minutes to plane, and Tim has to do this to at least 12 pieces per rod.
And we just keep planing until we...
Can't plane anymore, huh?
So we can plane no more until we start hitting the metal. So you want to give it a try?
Yeah. How do...
There you go, yeah.
Oh, planing is not easy either. I'm telling you. This looks effortless when you do it, and this is not easy.
No, I'm sure I sharpened that thing before you got here.
We cover the 6 tapered triangles with waterproof glue.
This is what holds the whole thing together.
The pieces are bound together on a binder machine and then dry for 24 hours.
You can see all 6 strips bound together into a hexagon. And this is gonna be our finished rod.
Perfect little hexagon.
Yep.
The key to Tim's success is his ability to taper the rods to various sizes, based all on his client's needs.
If he wants to fish on a big windy river, then I can make a rod for that.
Okay.
If he wants to fish for big fish, I can make a rod for that. And that's the neat thing about bamboo, is the ability to make it into whatever you want. It's not a one-size-fits-all.
Once the rod pieces are dry and the excess glue is sanded off, it's time to wrap the guides. Tim carefully wraps silk thread around each end of the many fishing guides that are placed along the rod. He starts by hand and then uses a wrapper machine to help the process along. It takes more than 50 hours over the course of a month to make just one rod. Pricing begins at around $1,000 for his most basic model. Tim's attention to detail makes it worth every penny.
I try to get it as close to perfect as I can before it goes out the door.
You're well on your way. Looks pretty perfect to me. Next, I'm off to Chicago to meet a husband and wife team who makes these. But this is no ordinary pin. This storytelling device is handcrafted from wood, and that wood has its own unique story.
These handcrafted pins have been purchased in more than 30 countries around the world.
I am a huge Allegory pen fan. They do write really well. They use high-end ink in them, so they last forever.
How on earth did you get into making pins?
And this is actually the pen that started it all.
Before handcrafting pins, Chad and Jessica Schumacher worked together at the same tech company.
A few years back, the company closed. We lost our jobs. We had a 2-month-old son, and my dad got really sick at the same time. My dad was a woodworker. I brought my dad home from the hospital, and he said, "Chad, let's go make a pen." And
First
right
thing.
when we got home.
Let's go make a pen.
Immediately. And this was the pen we made. And that moment really inspired this whole business.
They decided to use interesting old wood instead of fresh cut.
This wood was the original decking of the USS North Carolina that was part of World War II.
I'm from North Carolina.
Are you really?
When you become the proud owner of an Allegory pin, the story of the wood is included in every box. Today we decided to work on that piece of wood that they showed me from the USS North Carolina. Large planks of raw wood are broken down into smaller, more manageable pieces.
This is where we're heading today. This is the battleship wood and the blank that's already glued up.
All Allegory pins feature a light and dark wood, along with an inlay pattern.
Slide it through.
There you go. That's it.
So I have my pieces.
And the next step is to go glue them together.
The pieces have to be able to withstand serious pressure from a chisel and lathe.
I've always wanted to do this. Ow! Look at that. A new little way to do that.
Squish it around, and then the other piece goes on the bottom. Perfect.
Holes for the brass fittings are then drilled into the wood.
What we're about to do now is to determine its shape.
Okay.
So this is gonna spin really, really fast.
Okay.
And we're gonna use this to cut it down to get it to the shape of an actual pen. This is a carbide chisel, and basically anything I touch disappears. But you wanna do it a little bit at a time. So it goes kind of from this boxy looking thing here to this nice rounded, we call it a flare inlay. So.
Yeah, that's great.
You're up, Slugger. This is definitely the biggest change that happens, and in my opinion, the most rewarding part of the process, because it goes from a random block of wood into something that really starts to look like a pen.
The wood is then sanded with 600 grit paper, cleaned and polished.
Put a few drops on, and then you just kind of slide back and forth and spread it out. So we're gonna go ahead and cure it. So this is where we crank this thing up to high speed, and you put a lot of pressure on, and that's gonna create a lot of heat. And that heat is gonna instantly cure the polish.
The shiny finish from the curing makes every one of Allegory's pens look really expensive and high-end. They range in price from $40 to $200.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
The fittings of the pen are then forced together on this press. The ink and stylus are added, and
Look at that.
Not bad for a rookie.
Not bad, huh? This is beautiful, and thank you guys so
You did a
much.
great job.
This has been a great experience for me, and I get to take home a little bit of North Carolina with me. Talk about a throwback. This baseball maker honors America's favorite pastime with every hand stitch.
People look at it and they intuitively know it's a baseball. But they also look at it and say, that's different.
There is nothing more American than a father-son game of catch. And to honor that tradition, I'm about to meet a man who grew up in Cooperstown in the shadow of baseball's Hall of Fame. And appropriately, he turned his love of the game into his life's work.
In Glen Rock, New Jersey, there's a leather worker named Paul Cunningham who has baseball running through his veins.
I was born in Cooperstown, I was raised in Cooperstown, and Cooperstown is about baseball. But I, more than most, really gravitated to baseball.
You know, the thing you always hear from craft people is they started with a love for craft and the material, but it really wasn't the case with Paul.
I was working for the Baseball Hall of Fame, and one of the things that we used to do was recreate early baseball games. It was a game called Town Ball, but it was a precursor to modern baseball, and we used a lemon peel style ball. The shape of the panel resembles a lemon, especially when you close it.
I see.
And this is the stitch pattern
this is
for
the lemon ball.
The lemon ball.
And this is
the modern. And I was just fascinated with that and just started fiddling around with leather to see if I could replicate it.
There's a feeling. It's nostalgic.
People look at it and they intuitively know it's a baseball. But they also look at it and say, that's different.
They pick it up and they don't want to put it down. And then they want to know, tell me about this ball. It's different than what I'm used to.
I noticed there's another pattern over here, and this looks more like a typical baseball
Right.
that you see.
This style of baseball was invented in 1872. That was sort of the Industrial Revolution. And they were always trying to standardize things and figure out how they could streamline production. This ball has 4 seams. This ball has 1 seam that just travels all the way around the ball.
I see. So that's essentially why they chose that ball over this.
Basically, it was because they could be mass produced.
I got it.
This is our cutting die. What's unique about it is that it not only does it cut the shape, it also cuts a knife that cuts the stitch holes.
So let's make this.
The first thing we do is we cut strips of leather that are about 6 inches wide. And then we just place it on the die, hold it in place, and just flip it over. And then you just pull the handle down.
You gonna let me do the honors?
Go try it.
Okay.
You have to be very strong.
Oh, I got this. I got this.
Keep going.
Really?
It's got to go down on.
It's not working.
You need some help?
No, I don't need any help.
See what I did? I've got my weight on top of it.
Well, I had my whole weight on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure you have enough, so.
Just pull that right out. You've already got your holes ready for stitching. Wow.
This is our branding press, and essentially what we do is we put a magnesium die inside this. The carrier holds the die and brings it straight down on the leather.
You have a lot of different branding dies over here. What are all these?
They're just different companies we've worked with over the years.
I see the presidential seal.
Yes, the White House is a very good customer.
You've made balls for the president?
Yes, the president loves us.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, so what are we working with here? What's the temperature?
I like to work at around 400 degrees, but the way this works with the leather is it's a function of 3 elements. You've got heat, you've got pressure, and you've got time. So when you're ready, I'll do it.
3, 2, 1. Brand it!
So there you go.
That's kind of perfect, isn't it? Okay, so we have our beautiful Leatherhead brand.
Now we can sell. Debbie is my first employee. She's responsible for all the baseballs.
And it's all hand sewn, right?
It's all hand sewn.
Deb, how long have you been doing this?
I think it's about 6 years now.
Let's do the math. How many baseballs do you think you've done in 6 years?
I've probably done at least 5,000.
Wow.
That's my guess. Each thread has two needles on it. We sew the first 2 seams, And then you just keep on going up the seam.
Okay, all right, I wanna try it. So I start this way, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then we do this one. We have to have good vision for this.
We put the needle back in here. And then there we go, it's done.
We have it. There is the famous lemon peel baseball.
I hear that Leatherhead makes footballs too. I'm sure that that will be much easier.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, can we cut to a commercial? Well, not yet, because later in the show, I'm traveling to the middle of nowhere, Alaska. Hi, guys. And the reason I'm heading out to the last frontier? There are only 4 female master bladesmiths in the world. She's one of them, and this is why.
Leather worker Paul Cunningham was working full-time for Major League Baseball as a photo editor.
Loved working for that organization. I got bored, and I started focusing on leather work, and really it was with the idea of making it commercially viable.
If you're a baseball maker and you want to, let's say, expand your customer base, what do? You take the ball and you run with it.
Football has a beautiful sculptural shape, and so for me the idea was to take that and let that ball be about the leather.
We have camouflage footballs. We have hair on calf football, the actual fur of the cow on the football, and it's just cool. Only Paul would do that kind of thing.
That's not Paul's only unusual material. He uses bison, alligator, and even ostrich. His footballs start at $130. Alligator brings the price up to $1,500. The baseballs start at $40 and go up from there.
Ah, Paul, this is the best smelling room in the house, huh?
Yeah.
This is a classic leather ball, right?
Yes, this is beautiful brown leather. It's got a pebble grain, little texture to it. It's oily, which the oiliness makes it grippable, actually. And this is the leather that I use for my Handsome Dan football, which is my sort of the signature football that we make and sell.
Why Handsome Dan?
Handsome Dan is the Yale Bulldog mascot.
All right, well, let's make a Handsome Dan, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Well, the first thing I do is just rough cut the panel with a basic utility knife. The next step is to sew a liner.
The nylon liner is sewn into what will become the inside of the 4 panels. It keeps the leather from stretching when the ball is filled with air. The lace holes are cut, a hole is added for the air valve, and then the Leatherhead logo is branded onto the front.
It's an industrial machine that's designed for leather, very powerful machine, but also you can work very freely all the way around.
You don't waste any time, Paul.
None. So that's a football all sewn together.
Paul, are you telling me that I have to invert this football through this hole?
Yes. Victor has been with me a long time, and he's the best inverter that we have, and I think he can show you how to do this.
Okay, awesome. All right, Victor, show me.
All right, let's go.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.
First, what we want to do is just push in the tip, yeah, like that.
Just with your fingers or
With your
with a
hand.
hammer?
And then from there,
All right.
then from here, you just let the pole do the work and just work around it.
Well, that doesn't look so hard.
Well, I'm pretty strong, so I'll make it look easy. Just, yeah, keep going. Yeah, there you go. Wow.
Okay, this is a little bit more difficult than I thought. Okay, so
You're almost done.
how many of these do you do a day?
Probably very like 100 a day. Good forearm workout.
Oh, wow.
The next step is to put a rubber bladder inside the ball. We blow it up, and we're ready to lace. Let's hope this is easier than stitching a baseball.
I know it's not that easy.
Come back down again, but now in between all the laces.
There's just no easy way to do this, is there? All right. We lace to football. It's done, it's complete.
Good job, yeah.
Paul!
Beautiful.
Really, Victor kind of made it. Is it good?
Excellent. Perfect.
There's only one test left.
Love it! Woo! Yay! Yeah! Woo!
This looks like a giant game of pickup sticks.
Here we go.
But it's actually part of a process. This North Carolina artisan transforms whiskey barrels into outdoor chairs using techniques he learned from his grandfather. Every home has that one chair that's Dad's. You know which one I'm talking about. And in my house, it was the one with the best view of the TV. That's right, Dads love their chairs. But how many of them are made from a whiskey barrel? Well, this next artisan saw a whiskey barrel and thought, yeah, there's a chair in there.
I'm back home in North Carolina, and I'm going to Randleman.
I've always kind of wondered what is inside a whiskey barrel. I'm really interested to crack that thing open.
James Broyhill is making quite a name for himself. He already has a well-known name in these parts. His great-grandfather turned a small chair company into a furniture empire, Broyhill Furniture. But James didn't want to be in manufacturing. He found he preferred making things by hand.
My maternal grandfather was a woodworker. When I was young, I was a, rambunctious child, and so my mom would drop me off at my grandfather's house and have me kind of just hammer on whatever.
Get out some of that energy.
Exactly.
James started making benches and other small furniture pieces. Soon, he had his own workshop in his parents' home. 2 years ago, James started the Heritage Handcrafted Company.
I had acquired an old Jack Daniels barrel on a trip to Tennessee. And I brought it back home and I put it in my garage. A rainy, boring weekend, decided out of pure curiosity to break it apart and see what was in it.
Okay, so you broke up in a barrel and you thought, let's make a chair out of that.
This is the fun part. This is the dramatic part of breaking the whiskey barrel open.
Drama, I love it. I live for it, James.
There you go. There you go.
Smells like whiskey.
It's pretty potent.
Yeah.
There we go. And there you have it.
Is that supposed to happen?
There you have it.
Is this charcoal?
It is. It's char. In the barrel making process for whiskey barrels is they char the inside of the barrel. And the purpose of that is that the char releases a chemical compound in the wood, but also the heavy char gives the whiskey or bourbon its color.
I learned so much on the show.
There are 32 pieces or staves in a barrel. James uses nearly all of them in the chair and footstool set he builds.
We've already got our arms right here, I see.
So let's talk
There
about
you
this.
go.
This has a hole in it.
You've got the porthole here. This is what the spirit or liquid is drained out of. That is a key component to this chair because it's going to be the centerpiece of the back.
He then cuts the wood down, counterbores screw holes into each piece, and begins assembly.
It's our base, all right? Now we're gonna do our back, so we're gonna take this off the table.
Okay, let me see something.
Yep.
Come here. Let me see your hand.
Yeah, it's, I look like a chimney sweep on it. The curvature of the staves, as you can see, it has a beautiful effect, but it's a little bit more difficult.
James then conceals every screw with wood plugs.
It helps the overall aesthetic.
He attaches the back to the base and then adds the arms.
Hey, James, do you like the smell of the wood?
I do like the smell of the wood when I'm working. However, most of the time I'm working, it's typically early in the morning. So sometimes it can be an issue when it's 6 a.m., 7, you're smelling whiskey.
James cuts the excess wood off the chair back and arms and attaches the seat. he still has enough wooden staves from the barrel to create a footstool.
You gotta have a comfy place to put your feet.
James sands the heavy char off the back using different levels of grit. Then he lightly sands the arms and legs. The time spent sanding depends on what level of patina a client wants.
Some customers want a more rustic look, and some customers want a more refined look.
There might be a slight issue when I sit down.
We got a solution for that. We're gonna put a oil-based polyurethane. We're gonna spread it all over the chair. We'll preserve the wood, but also seal in this char. You'll see that, and we'll let you be the guinea pig to sit down to make sure you're not
You're getting me with
splashed.
that.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
How much is this chair gonna cost when we're done with it?
These chairs retail with the ottoman for $645, and we do discount if you're buying in pair.
So really this was a weekend project turned into your whole life's work.
More or less, here we are.
James, you got a little something right there on your face.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
thank you.
no problem.
This is amazing. Who knew laying on a barrel could be this comfortable?
Oh yeah, this'll do, James. This is nice. I never thought someone could make a chair out of a whiskey barrel, just as I never thought two of America's most talented artisans would live on an island off the coast of Alaska. But that's exactly where you'll find two of the world's best bladesmiths. I'm in Petersburg, Alaska, 100 miles from anywhere you might have heard of.
Somewhere near Petersburg is the home of Adam and Haley DeRosiers. They are two of just 116 master bladesmiths in America. Living off the grid in the wilderness, they make and sell some of the finest, most useful knives in the world. And just getting to their workshop is gonna be fun.
There you two are. I am going by boat.
Yes, you are. We still have 8 miles to go.
Summertime in Alaska. Hi, guys. We're going there. Is this it?
No, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet?
We're not there.
And just one more mile, and I think we're finally there.
There it is. Wow.
So now we're here.
Those are your knives?
That's what we make here.
What makes it a good knife?
You're looking at how tightly everything fits, how smooth everything is finished, if there's a texture or a combination of textures that they flow nicely with the work.
This textured style is called Damascus steel. Adam and Haley forge weld different types of raw steel to make the patterns.
That involves stacking up 2 different alloys of steel.
You can take one steel that may be a little bit too brittle and one steel that may not hold an edge quite well enough. And when you mix the two, you balance the carbon and it benefits both of them. All the little ingredients, the chromium, the vanadium, the molybdenum, all these things add characteristics that I want or don't want in my steel.
Will be forge welded and compressed and then drawn out into a bar the size that you need for the knife that you're making.
Getting it hot and pliable allows them to smash together and form perfect mating surfaces. Timing is everything. To me, this is sculpting. This is like Play-Doh at 2,000 degrees. And I get a lot of my inspiration right here on the anvil. It seems like the right way to do it to me.
The process of making it look like a blade is all done through that hammer.
You know, with these tools. You're pinching it out certain directions.
Okay. Well, when do you know when to stop?
When it looks like a knife.
How did you and Adam meet? You live in way out here.
I was on online forums and it connected us over an anvil repair job, actually, and we
How
met
romantic.
Yeah, the sparks flew.
And in my mind, I saw this great, big, burly woman up in the Arctic banging away on some hot steel on a granite anvil. And
Couldn't be more wrong,
I couldn't have been more wrong.
You guys looked like you were handmade for each other.
We were.
I mean,
handmade
really.
by God for each other.
All right, so Haley, I can see kind of a knife in there, but it doesn't look like your knives. So how do I get that to look like your knife?
The next thing we do is we take it in the grinding room and we do the rough grinding on it.
I'm just doing some gross metal removing at this point. See, it's not very pointy right now. It's got some lumps and bumps around the edges. We're going to clean all that up first so we have a good idea of what our final silhouette is going to look like. This is still just a knife-shaped piece of metal. It hasn't been heat treated. This will not hold an edge. It's not very strong. I could bend it into vise and it would stay bent. I haven't given it its life yet.
Okay, Dr. Frankenstein,
Very exciting.
Go. Let's give it some life. Does anyone realize there's an actual deer in the shop? And later, woo! Yeah, baby! I shot that jug with this rifle. Would you look at that? It's almost too beautiful to pick up, let alone shoot. How can anyone still make something like this? Ah, it's amazing. So, Adam, I don't understand. This looks like a knife to me, but you say it doesn't have life. How do you give it life?
This is just a knife-shaped piece of metal now. This is where the knife maker turns into a scientist and we do metallurgy. In order to make this into a knife, to give it life, we have to make it hard and then we have to temper it so it's tough.
Okay, Dr. Frankenstein.
Very exciting.
Go. Let's give it some life.
So this is my heat treating salt pot. It's a mixture of different salts, primarily table salt. I'm gonna take this blade and by heating it, I'm gonna turn it from perlite into austenite. And as I quench it, it's gonna go from austenite into martensite. Everything is moving around inside this blade. All the molecules are bouncing off each other. The goal here is to bring the knife up to about 1500 degrees, and then I have to drop it below about 900 degrees. If I drop that temperature quick enough, it'll freeze. It's sort of like rock candy. After I harden it, it's almost like glass. It's a little bit too hard. So the next process after this will be the tempering process. This is the last part of the heat treating.
You cook it?
I'm cooking it, yeah. This is
You're
called...
literally cooking it.
I'm literally cooking it on the stove. We're only at about 350 degrees in this one. Still hot enough to burn you, but all we're doing is relaxing the steel enough to make it tough. So from this point, this knife is alive. And now we can sharpen it and test it, see if it cuts. And it will, it'll cut.
Every edge on a DeRogers knife gets an Alaska Quality Assurance field test.
Look at that. Did you see that? I could get used to this.
A fun test of edge geometry and cutting prowess is cutting water bottles. There you go. I did it! So this is one of the tests. We don't cut, steel bars with our chef knives. So this is something I check for sharpness, is slicing freestanding grapes.
Oh, ow.
This blade is hammered, heat-treated, sharpened, and tested, but we still haven't seen the forged Damascus pattern.
This is ferric chloride. It's the same kind of acid they use to etch circuit boards, and it eats steel.
Okay.
But it'll eat one of these steels a lot faster than the other one, and that'll start showing us actual topography. Now you can see the pattern.
Oh, wow. I see it. That is beautiful.
The last step before we put the handle on is we polish the blade. Okay, so that's just hours and hours of sanding.
Well, isn't there an easier way to do that?
Yeah, but this is not the easy way.
Seeing a theme here.
When the blade is ready, Adam and Haley have to choose material for the handle. There are a lot of choices.
That's a fossilized woolly mammoth bone. This is moose antler, and this is a type of wood that grows right here. It's a cottonwood burl.
Is this brain?
It's not brain, actually. It's a slice out of a muskox horn. My personal favorite is probably this one. It's made out of a mushroom that was impregnated with epoxy.
That's a mushroom?
Yeah, it's a tree fungus.
That is definitely the most unique handle I have ever seen in my entire life.
With a block of wood attached to the blade, Haley goes to work making a handle.
I usually give myself about half a day to take a handle from start to finish.
Do you know your deer's in here?
So this is just a dirty rough-in with the 36 grit, so we got our contours in, see how that feels.
Oh yeah, see that feels like a knife. That feels nice.
This is something that's closer to the finished product right there.
That is gorgeous.
I'm really into high relief carving, so that's what I do.
And how long does something like this take?
If I carved on this steady, looking at 4 to 5 days.
There are only 4 female master bladesmiths in the world. She's one of them, and this is why. Adam and Haley's knives cost from $500 to $5,000, and there are 2 ways to buy them. One of them is to attend a blade show, like this one in Atlanta, but be early. The DeRogers knives are often sold out in minutes after the doors open.
I sold all but 2 of mine and 1 of Haley's.
The other way to buy an Alaska blade is online.
Our only internet is right here on our cell phone, and we have to have it sitting on this cell phone booster because we're so far out of town. So
You don't have a computer or anything?
we have an old one, but I don't ever use it. I just use the iPhone.
All right, guys, I'd like to make a sweet tea toast to 2 of the most authentic bladesmiths I've ever met, but more than that, 2 of the most authentic people I've ever met. Thank you so much for sharing your day with me. I really appreciate it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Technically, this is a rifle, but it's really more a functional piece of art with its detailed hand carvings and silver inlays.
That's an old Baroque type style. It's called a grotesque mask.
Nope, there's nothing grotesque about this man's work. My dad taught me how to shoot and respect a rifle, although I don't know how you can look at this piece of art and not respect it. It took one artisan over 1,000 hours to transform a single piece of wood into this masterpiece. Take a close look at these gorgeous Lancaster-style long rifles.
Bobby's rifles are just simply breathtaking.
Handcrafted from one long piece of curly maple wood, a Bobby Denton rifle can take 6 months to a year to make.
Bobby's level of craftsmanship and attention to detail is like no other.
Bobby Denton is a Morganton, North Carolina native. He designs and hand carves revolutionary war rifles. It's his way of honoring the American frontiersmen who fought a key battle against the British in this area. Those soldiers were called the Over-Mountain Men because they lived just over the Appalachian Mountains to the west. Not only are these rifles incredibly beautiful, they're also spot-on accurate.
So, Bobby, what kind of guns do you make? I know this is a long barrel rifle.
This one is a Lancaster-style Pennsylvania gun. Most of my guns are 1740 to 1780, someplace in that. That's the period of the flintlock rifle.
What makes you so attracted to that style?
Because they're the most beautiful in the world.
I gotta say,
They look so much better than anything else.
Parts of me agree with you on that.
Welcome to the upstairs.
The upstairs, I love it.
This is the carving machine, and see, I can go up, down, sideways. It requires a 3-axis action because this barrel is tapered down, then it flares back out.
Did you make this machine?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of C-clamps and scraps of metal. Yeah, this is the hillbilly version.
Hey, it works, right?
Yeah, it works, yeah.
What Bobby's carving out now is the long channel. That's where the barrel of the gun will sit. Now, this task requires serious focus. If the channel is cut too wide or too deep, the piece of wood, which by the way costs $1,400, is ruined. And apparently, Bobby trusts me to carve it.
Oh dear Lord, let's help us all.
But if it slips over, just be careful because you might hit metal.
Yikes.
Now just keep going.
Not too bad. I avoided catastrophic injury. After carving the stock into a familiar shape of a rifle, it's time to add the flintlock mechanism, the part that fires the gun.
Whoa, that really was like a firework.
This is the flint held in by a piece of leather, and we'll get a spark.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So if you look, you can see how the parts are kind of mirror images. Can you see that?
I see.
That's the best way to do one. If you chew all this wood out, you kind of lose a certain amount of strength. Then I go from the lock down to the trigger.
Now, how does this trigger go on that gun?
I have to first disassemble it, just like the lock, bend the plate to fit this contour, then I inlet, the internal parts.
So much
Just
work
like the lock.
that goes
Oh,
into
it
this.
takes 8 million hours.
When the body of the gun is finally finished, Bobby gets to really be creative. He carves gorgeous designs into his rifles.
Is this the fun part of what you do?
I like the carving and the wire inlay.
Bobby sharpens and trims sheets of silver and creates thin wires to accent all of the many carvings on his rifles.
You've got some faces in here.
That's here. That's an old Baroque type style. It's called a grotesque mask. It's been around a long time. It's the same type of floral carving you see here and in the leaves that you see here, and give it facial features. It's a lot of fun.
And Rob Denton is proud to show off his very own Bobby Denton rifle.
And you can see he inlaid my name on the side of it. It says Rob Denton's gun, 82, so I was 7 or 8 years old. I said I wanted a bug on it, and he came up with this spider web idea. So he inlaid silver and brass and did that for me.
Obviously, with this level of craftsmanship, a Bobby Denton gun costs more than one you might find at your local sporting goods store. But it's this type of heirloom that tends to stay in the family for generations.
All right, Bobby, this thing's real pretty, but is it accurate?
Well, we'll find out.
I cannot wait to give this gun a try.
All right, so you're a dangerous woman.
Well said. Woo! Yeah, baby! It's accurate. So, Dad, there was this milk jug, and I took a flintlock rifle, hit it first try. Can you believe that?
Nope, I sure don't.
You know, I learned from the best.
You know, Jill, I would have loved to have been a craftsman myself.
Yeah, what would you have made?
I'd have been a finished carpenter, somebody that could build furniture and beautiful things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, like this rod. You know, a man out of Portland, Oregon made this.
Beautiful.
Aren't they beautiful?
Absolutely.
And I bet mine can catch more fish than yours.
You on?
You're on.
You on.
All right, Dad, so how long is it gonna take us to catch a fish?
Patience, my dear, patience.
All right, while we have patience, I don't want you guys to have to wait. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this special episode of Handcrafted America. Bye. Say bye, Dad.